Hello and welcome to this Promathematica for Competitive Exams channel. My name is Gracie and I've been teaching mathematics and Java since the early 2010s. We're going to start the discussion about competitive exams a little differently than you may be expecting. This module elaborates the problems and solutions for aptitude test and its comprehensive demonstration through Java programming. Why would I want to use Java? Well, here's a peek ahead at the answer. Because we'll be able to develop easily. A competitive examination is an examination where candidates are ranked according to their grades and/or percentile, and then top rankers are selected. Competitive examinations are considered an egalitarian way to select worthy applicants without risking influence peddling, bias, or other concerns. Early exposure to learning and competition builds confidence and sharpens skills, which raise your level from other students on the same platform. Competitive exams also help out in choosing a career as students start identifying their areas of interest while getting a deeper knowledge of subjects. Top business schools based in North America, Europe, Asia, and Australia conduct this exam. Several leading corporations also conduct such tests for assessing potential candidates' quantitative reasoning skills. Today, I am going to cover a very important topic. It is compound interest. I am going to represent several problems and solutions based around this topic. Even, I will be writing code for the solutions using Java. So, let's get started without further delay. Joe borrowed $3,600 at a certain rate of interest CI. And the sum grows to $4,624 in 2 years. What is the rate of interest? Here is an answer with explanation. Principal equals $3,600, amount equals $4,624, and time t equals 2 years. Next, amount equals p times 1 plus are divided by 100 raised to the power t. After putting the values, we get R as 13.3%. On a certain sum of money, the compound interest $318 is earned in 2 years. If the rate of interest is 12%, what is the principal amount? We have CI equals $318, rate R equals 12%, and time t equals 2 years. Next, compound interest equals p times 1 plus are divided by 100 raised to the power t minus 1. After putting the values, we get principal as $1,250. The simple interest on a certain sum of money at rate of interest 5% per annum for 2 years is $500. What is the compound interest on the same sum for the same period and at the same rate of interest? Here is an answer with explanation. We have SI equals $500, rate R equals 5%, and time T equals 2 years. Before finding C, we have to find the principal. Principal equals interest into 100 divided by rate into time. Now we have to find the amount. Amount equals P times 1 plus R divided by 100 raised to the power T. After putting the values, we get amount as $5,512.5. CI equals amount minus principal, which is $512.5. Java is a high-level, class-based, object-oriented programming language that is designed to have as few implementation dependencies as possible. Programmers write once, run anywhere, meaning that compiled Java code can run on all platforms that support Java without the need for recompilation. The JDK is a development environment for building applications using the Java programming language. The JDK 12.0.2_Windows x64_bin exe includes tools useful for developing and testing programs written in the Java and running on the Java platform. In addition, the Spring Tool Suite, STS, provides the best Eclipse-powered development environment for building Spring-powered enterprise applications. STS supplies tools for all of the latest enterprise Java and Spring and comes on top of the latest Eclipse releases. STS supports application targeting to local, virtual, and cloud-based servers. It is freely available for development, and internal business operations use with no time limits. Here is the problem statement. I am going to define a new method for determining the interest for earlier solved problem 4. I have used the scanner class's object for reading the input values from the console. NextInt method reads the integer values one by one from the console. I have closed the scanner object by calling close method to avoid excessive memory usages and to improve application's performance. Next, the square root method of math class returns the square root of amount 1 and principal values respectively. Next, interest is calculated as amount 1 root divided by principal root minus 1 multiplied by 100. The last step is to return interest. Here I am printing interest by calling compound interest method. Execute the code by right-clicking on the Java class. Here is the result on console. Here is the problem statement. I am going to define a new method for determining the principal for earlier solved problem 5. I have used the scanner class's object for reading the input values from the console. Next int method reads the integer values one by one from the console. I have closed the scanner object by calling close method to avoid excessive memory usages and to improve application's performance. Next, POW method of math class returns the square of rate percentage while determining the revised rate. Next, principal is calculated as CI divided by revised rate minus 1. The last step is to return principal. Here, I am printing principal by calling compound interest method. Execute the code by right-clicking on the Java class. Here is the result on console. Here is the problem statement. I am going to define a new method for determining the compound interest for earlier solved problem 6. I have used the scanner class's object for reading the input values from the console. Next int method reads the integer values one by one from the console. I have closed the scanner object by calling close method to avoid excessive memory usages and to improve application's performance. Next, the principal is calculated as SI times 100 divided by rate times time in years. Next, POW method of math class returns the square of rate percentage while determining the revised rate. Next, amount is calculated as principal multiplied by revised rate. The last step is to return compound interest. Here I am printing compound interest by calling compound interest method. Execute the code by right-clicking on the Java class. Here is the result on console. Hope you liked this video. In order to see new videos, don't forget to subscribe to Promathematica channel.